Wouldn't it be great if there's just one mold that could basically represent every figure ever? No, that sounds amazingly shitty and lazy, and it's Universal Hero! Universal Hero is kind of an amazingly spot-on name for these guys, since certain knockoff artists have pretty much decided this is the Universal mold. These stupid guys in masks have been used from everything from ninjas to luchadors to superheroes, obviously, to alien hunters. Which I guess these ones kinda are still too, huh? These molds do get modified a little bit from set to set. I've seen oversized ones to ones with more or less articulation. A lot of the sets of this mold are current on the market, and considering how cheapy they are, yeah, it's not a big surprise that these are knockoffs from China. These ones came to me from the US, so it's quite likely these were sold in a Chinatown. And the only real reason I say that with this set is because they use some actual logos on it. Because you can find different versions of these molds all over dollar stores as well. Big bunch of nothing on the backside, but we do at least have a manufacturer sticker on it. These ones apparently came from Sunjade Industrial Toys Company. As these are pretty recent, it's not really surprising that Sunjade is still around, and also to no shock, have done a few different sets using the generic mask guy mold. But they did amazingly have some other types of heads in Super Wrestling and even some playsets. Also, if King Kong vs. Godzilla is a bit too extreme for you, they can offer you Gorilla vs. Dragon. And there are also a few variations of the Universal Hero sets you can find. Alright, and here's our team of 4 painted up to be someone else generic douchebags. First up, we got Spider-Man. I mean, clearly, you can tell it's Spider-Man because he has a spider painted on his chest. I guess this is Black Symbiote Spider-Man, you know, the acidy highlight version. Next up, we got Captain America! In his classic luchador or ninja mask. He wore that one in the one you didn't read. You wouldn't know about it. Next is what I wanted to say by the coloring supposed to be Iron Man, but then there's that logo on his chest, which is clearly the logo for the internet browser Safari. Case closed. Actually, it's the logo for Power Rangers Operation Overdrive, which I guess makes Iron Man and the red and blue one that isn't Captain America Power Rangers. I mean, of course, it's just so recognizable in that luchador mask that looks nothing like a Power Rangers helmet. I mean, come on, guys. At the very least, if you want this guy to be a Power Ranger, you could have painted the eye holes completely black to try and pretend it's a visor. Wow, it's one thing for a knockoff to get details wrong, but it's another for it to barely resemble what it's supposed to be knocking off. This might be some of the laziest knocking off ever, because all you have to do is remove that Power Rangers logo and then boom, these guys have nothing the fuck to do with Power Rangers. But at least we still got the instantly recognizable Captain America and Spider-Man. But at least on Spider-Man, they went that minimum amount of distance possible by painting the eye holes a different color, so it sort of looks like a really bad knockoff of what it's supposed to. A little. And speaking of Spider-Man, that leads me to the one figure with a different mold that these guys sometimes get packaged with, the ALIEN Spider-Man. Yeah, this is what attracted me the most to buying this set.
What the amazing spider fuck?
Alien Spider-Man. This is just such an amazingly asinine idea. I absolutely love it. I also love, too, that the alien mold is the thing more instantly recognizable as Spider-Man. Alien man, radioactive alien man. Why the hell's an alien need to be radioactive? This could have made at least a little more sense if they had reversed these two's color schemes and this was like supposed to be the Venom symbiote or something. But I guess with how they've done it, it's Black Spider-Man gets possessed by the normal Spider-Man symbiote. Headroom! Yeah, that face wasn't worth panning up to. Oh man, Spider-Man! You're an alien, shut up! Alright, so one of the things you'll immediately notice upon opening these guys is, holy shit, are these cheap. Like, these are so cheap, I have to apologize to Super X Robots a little bit. I mean, yeah, they are extremely lightweight pieces of crap, but I could barely feel like I'm holding anything when I pick up one of these figures. Though, I can say Universal Hero does do one thing better than Super X Robots. They are able to stand quite easily. Though I will have to give these guys the new title of lowest quality you can get without disintegrating the moment you open it. Alright, now let's talk articulation. Aren't you glad we had this talk? Alien Spider-Man at the very least has a head joint along with the arms. And some of these guys' arm joints feel like you're gonna break something when you move them. These guys look like, well, the usual extremely cheapy knockoff from the back with no real detailing going on and giant screw holes all over the place. I can say on Spider-Man and Captain America that at least their paint detail doesn't immediately stop at the front. It's not much detail, but at least they continue their little pattern all the way around. Oh yeah, and their arms aren't hollow on the other side. Another nice bonus. They do feel like they blow away in the wind, but they do at least have that going for them. Spider-Man, I guess, was the favorite here, as not only was he represented twice in his black and alien form, but he's also the only one who got a Sunjade stamp on his ass. These guys come with some kind of random accessories considering who they're supposed to be, but I'm sure it's just junk that's come with all the different variations of this mold. The helmet, at least, you can stick on the Power Rangers to fix that, looks nothing like a Power Ranger situation. Absolutely nailed it. Or this can be used to make Operation Overdrive Iron Man look a little better. And I'm willing to bet these helmets were used in the space version of these guys to make them look a little more generic-y Star Wars. Some of the weapons in this set have actually been designed to make sure these guys will hold them, as they have a little peg coming out of their hand and the weapons have a corresponding hole. Which means Captain America can throw his mighty scythe. Oh wait, no he can't, it's stuck to his hand. Captain America can throw, though, his mighty ninja stars. You remember when he did that? Or dropped them at the very least. These ninja stars have a yin-yang symbol on them because why the hell not? And guess what? Once you get these accessories on these guys, since they're so lightweight, it's too much for them. There's a hole above each of the wrists as well to stick this claw accessory in. Though in some of their cases, it's got a little warped and will not allow the claw to go in. So instead of Wolverine, I'll have to go with Operation Overdrive Spider-Man. Also, this scythe looks kinda dinky and not sharp at all. It almost looks more like a really crappy putter. And then there's the giant gun, which due to not having a hole in the handle, these guys can't possibly hold right due to the peg in their hand. There! Perfect! Guess the gun's for the alien, as one of his fingers will actually go in the trigger slot, but guess what? It makes him too forward heavy. You can at least have Alien Spider-Man shoot up the ground. Well, that's what I always wanted. Alien Spider-Man also has a battery slot on his back, but this is just a leftover from a better version of this toy, as there's no actual electronics inside him. This does kind of create a doofy looking face on his back though. What a freak! An Alien Spider-Man freak. He needed more to be a freak. Hey, would it surprise you guys if I said these were cheap? I might have already said it, but guess what, guys? These are cheap! Yes, when taking the sai out of Spider-Man's hand, already the peg that holds the weapons has broken off. But hey, at least this now means that Spider-Man can hold the gun in the air so he doesn't fall on his face. Or he can use it as a cane, you know, universal cool. The lightweightness of these guys is ridiculous, so there was no real shits given about these things lasting. They were given pegs in the hands to at least be able to hold their weapons, but again, the plastic is so cheap, one snapped right off with just me trying to remove a weapon. Also, a lot of the weapons add too much weight to these almost weightless figures, so you need to position them very carefully or else they'll go splat. The only spots of articulation on the human-type figures are the arms, which kind of feel like they want to split the chest in half sometimes. And there's spots where articulation usually is on this mold, just lazily removed. The Alien Spider-Man at least has a head joint with the arms, but is still very lightweight and has a pointless battery slot left on his back despite not actually having a function anymore. The generic ninja/wrestler mold used for these superheroes doesn't show a lot of thought, but at least someone decided including the Alien mold in this set being given a Spider-Man paint job was a good idea. You got the wrong kinds of masks for just about everyone, or characters that should just be wearing a helmet instead of sporting their Universal Hero team-up masks. And of course, Alien Spider-Man, which counts way more for weirdness than creativity since it's just Spider-Man's paint job, but it's on something that doesn't make a whole lot of sense. 8. Universal Hero isn't a very funny name or anything, but at least it was appropriate for the generic mold. Which I do like that they used a better version of for the card back than you actually get, as these ones have a joint for the head, elbows, and legs. They also have some accessories like wings that did not come in this set, and red versions instead of just black. 4. These ones would not and could not replace anything unless you despise someone. 0. And the bootleg zones overall is 4. These guys only get boosted that high for Alien Spider-Man. Otherwise, I'd have given them a 1. Remolding a generic mold that was created to be really cheap and reusable anyway, just to make it even cheaper, is kind of an amazing low. Go, go, Iron Overdrive Golf Rangers!
Hey, you guys are under arrest for impersonating knockoff Power Rangers.
What? How can you possibly be under arrest for that?
Because we at least resemble what we're attempting to knock off. Now, look at my light of justice! Is that supposed to be doing something to us? Let me look. I'm just gonna go bug Iron Man. Whoosh! I can't fly!
Stick 'em up, Alien Spidey.
After you!
I can't. I'll fall over if I lift this gun up. And you know what? With great power comes great Don't say it! Because I'm an alien! My whole belief systems are ruined! Ah! Here comes the spider alien! How the hell did you become a symbol for America? You're some stupid alien created by some Canadian jackass! I'm the one called Captain America!
Because of my amazing neck beard.
Oh, okay. Wait, what?
4. Alien Spider-Man!